DC's Joker hits theatres worldwide this week, and already the internet is ablaze over the story of an embittered comic driven to the brink by a world which no longer finds him funny, and that's just the film's director. But we're not here to talk about Todd Phillips' unique brand of method directing, we're here to talk about comic book video games. That's kind of our thing around here. There have been about as many games starring the Joker as there have been games starring Batman himself, and trust me, that's a lot, so narrowing this list down to just 5 was no mean feat. From games based on comics, movies, and TV shows to wholly original takes on the Clown Prince of Crime. I'm Josh from Panels to Pixels, and these are the top 5 Joker appearances in video games. So strap on a smile, and let's start this party with a bang!
The Joker wins.
Number 5. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. To kick things off, we have a game based on Batman the Animated Series, itself featuring a hugely influential depiction of the Joker as voiced by Mark Hamill. Released in 1994, the SNES version features every prominent Batman villain from the cartoon, but the first foe you go up against is, you guessed it, Kite Man. No, I'm just kidding, it's the Joker. Punch, kick and batarang your way through Mr. J's deadly funhouse, before an explosive face-off aboard a roller coaster. Down but not out, the Mephistopheles of Mirth return to round 2 as the final boss battle in the game. I just had to include this title on the list. The beautiful 16-bit sprites are ripped straight from the TV series and make you feel like you're actually playing an episode of the show. The following year, a Sega CD or Mega CD version of the game was released featuring entirely different gameplay focused around vehicular combat. Take control of Batman's trusty Batmobile and Batwing as you race around winding courses filled with hazards to avoid and enemies to explode. This one didn't really bring the cartoon to life in the same way, but it did feature animated cutscenes provided by Warner Bros. And created specifically for the game. Incidentally, these animated segments are often referred to as the lost episode of the series, with Mark Hamill reprising his role as the Joker from the show. But more on him later. Number 4. The LEGO Batman series. What I really love about the LEGO games is their ability to drill down to the core of what makes a beloved franchise so, well, beloved, and then give it a cute and cuddly makeover. And TT Games' take on the world's greatest detective is a prime example of that. The Joker features prominently in each of the 3 LEGO Batman games, and even last year's spin-off title, LEGO DC Supervillains, which also had Mark Hamill returning to fill the role. In many ways, this version of the character is more like the one found in the Batman comics of yesteryear, with his goofy gadgets, preposterous plots, and incessantly talking about his boner. Okay, maybe not that last one. Either way, as far as comic accurate depictions of the Joker go, these plastic fantastic games might just have all the others beat.
That layman slobbin we're here, and I didn't get to say hello!
Besides, what other game on this list allows you to play as both the Cesar Romero and Heath Ledger versions of the Joker? Enough said. Number 3. Batman the video game. There have been many different interpretations of the Joker both in comics and on screen, but few are more iconic than Jack Nicholson's portrayal in 1999's Batman. This grim tale of a slick mob boss turned terrifying children's entertainer combines the campy elements from the 60s TV series with the darker, more sadistic tone of Alan Moore's seminal The Killing Joke. Now, there were a lot of different tie-in games released alongside Tim Burton's first Batman movie, but the standout version has to be the one released for the NES. This game prominently features digitized images from the film to make you feel as though the threat of the Joker looms large over every stage. The Dark Knight's final confrontation with the Clown Prince of Crime is a pretty dead-on translation from the film, taking place at the top of a cathedral bell tower and culminating with old Jack Napier plummeting to his death. Never run another man's rhubarb! It's a particularly punishing final boss fight that will have you wishing that Bruce Wayne had skipped over the whole crime fighting thing and just talked to a therapist instead.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
This game even earned itself a sequel, not based on a movie, in 1991's Batman Return of the Joker. Huh, I guess he survived the fall after all. Number 2. Telltale's Batman.
I bring you Joker!
This meeting is now called to order.
If you want to see a really unique spin on the Joker, check out Batman the Telltale series, and its sequel Batman the Enemy Within. First introduced as the mysterious John Doe, an Arkham Asylum inmate who gives Bruce Wayne information and helps to bail him out of the asylum, the Joker returns in the second season as an ally to Batman. After teaming up with Riddler, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, and John's former psychiatrist Harley Quinn, John tries to recruit Bruce to their criminal cabal, before secretly deducing that he is Batman. Later on in the season, Bruce confronts John, and it is up to the player to decide whether to retain his trust or shatter their friendship. The Joker will remember this. This is a really fun twist on the Joker's origin, and the fact that Bruce plays a direct role in either his redemption or his descent into madness further cements the intrinsic bond between Batman and his greatest foe. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy, and in this game you as the player get to make a choice: light or darkness, order or chaos, reaching out to a friend or embracing the enemy within.
There's only Joker now.
You led John Doe to believe you were his friend. Turning against him on the bridge pushed him to become Joker. Sometimes it's as if Batman creates the evil he means to destroy.
Number 1. The Arkham Series. Admit it, you saw this one coming an amusement mile away. But what else could it be? From 2009 to the present, with a new game being teased as of this video, the Batman Arkham franchise has raised the bar for superhero games and earned its place as one of the quintessential incarnations of the Batman mythos. In the first game of the series, the Joker takes control of Arkham Asylum, trapping Batman on the island and launching a plot to detonate bombs around Gotham City. The story concludes with the Caped Crusader's archenemy infecting himself with the Titan formula and becoming a hulking behemoth with which you must do battle. In Arkham City, we learn that the toxin is mutating in Joker's blood, gradually killing him. He eventually succumbs to his illness, but not before capturing Batman and performing a blood transfusion, infecting him with the same fatal disease. The Joker's arc across these two games alone tells you everything you need to know about the character, with moments ranging from pathos to pure farce. But the clowning didn't stop there. The criminally underrated Arkham Origins returned to the well once again by showing us a younger Joker, early in his criminal career. During a therapy session with Dr. Harleen Quinzel, we also get flashbacks to the accident at Ace Chemical Plant which turned Jack White into the Harley Quinn of hate. In 2015's Arkham Knight, still infected with the Joker's blood plus a dose of Scarecrow's fear toxin, Bruce Wayne barely clings on to what little sanity he has left as his greatest enemy lives on as a mental projection. By this point, I think it's fair to say that players were feeling a little burnt out on the Joker being the main adversary in every Arkham game. I remember feeling a little disappointed myself that the game's developers had found a way to turn the character's death into a plot which had him literally popping up all over Gotham. In hindsight though, having the Joker become a part of Batman's psyche is a logical extension of the two characters' symbiotic relationship, and offered some fresh musings on the duality of the Dark Knight. Mark Hamill lends his unmistakable snarl to the three main Arkham installments, and once again reaffirms his title as the ultimate Joker voice actor. His wheezing, maniacal delivery elevates this version of the character to one of the all-time best, not just in games, but in any media. So there you have it, my top 5 Joker appearances in video games. Thanks for watching this video. Do you agree with my list? What are some of your favourite Joker video game moments? You're mad at me for leaving the Injustice series out, right? As always, if you want to see more comic book video game stuff like this, you can subscribe to Panels to Pixels, and don't forget to click the little bell icon for a special surprise. Until next time, dear viewers, never rub another man's rhubarb.